So a big thanks to the Cancer Research Institute and especially the selection committee for this award. We're all very honored, especially when we looked at the impressive list of previous recipients. But I want to emphasize that, like many scientific projects, this one has been a serial team effort through the years with a number of students and postdocs involved. And so we recognize that this is really a celebration of their great efforts, and we thank you on their behalf as well.
Well, before I start out, I do want to have opportunity to have a confession here. As many of you saw, I'm a physician scientist, but I am not an oncologist. I'm actually a diabetologist. And you know, for most things, I feel qualified to be part of a group, but apparently I can't be part of the band because it's only oncologists. Jed, I do play the tuba in case you need backup. I just want to thank the CRI for this incredible honor and their wisdom of seeing, you know, the forest through the trees. The work that you know, we've done together on the AIRE gene and how it controls immune tolerance has broad implications, not only for cancer, but many other clinical problems that include autoimmune diabetes, a problem that I work on every day in my laboratory. This could not happen without the collaboration and spirit that Diane just brought up. I'd like to first start by thanking mentors through my career. So first I'd like to thank my PhD mentor, Jim Miller, who advised me when I was a medical student at the University of Chicago. I'd also like to thank Diane and Christophe, who are my postdoctoral mentors and further developed my career in being an independent scientist with not only the opportunity to work on difficult problems, but the rigor and reaching conclusions that really move the field forward. And I'm really thankful to both of you for that. I'd also like to thank the mentorship that I got at UCSF. As many of you know, UCSF is an incredible powerhouse of immunology and diabetes research. And I want to particularly thank Jeff Bluestone, who hired me at UCSF over 20 years ago. My senior colleagues in immunology at UCSF, particularly Louis Lanier, who's in the room here tonight, Art Weiss, Rich Loxley, Abul Abbas, and one of my collaborators, Tony DeFranco at UCSF. Of course, I also want to thank all the trainees that I had the opportunity of working with over the years. I'm really thankful for their work and believing in me, and all my collaborators over the years, and they know who they are. I'd also like to thank on a collaborative level families that are affected by mutations in the AIRE gene. They develop a disease called APS1, and I've had the privilege of working with these inspirational families that are trying to find a cure for that disease. Finally, none of this would happen in a vacuum on itself. I'm very, very thankful for my family and their patience with me. Being a physician scientist is not the easiest career. It's a long, delayed gratification career trajectory, and many of the people in the room that have followed this know what I'm talking about. But I'd like to thank my kids, Miles, Kate, and Eve, my parents, Quentin and Mary, and my wife, Laura, who is here in the audience tonight, for having the patience and their support. So thank you.
So not very much to add, except one thing, as Diane mentioned, a long list and feeling a little bit the imposter syndrome. What are we doing here? But more importantly, I want to thank the CRI. Since during our career in science, we've been supported by CRI a number of times, especially supporting postdoctoral fellows in our lab. And the CRI was always the go-to place when we had, well, this is interesting science, but it's basic immunology, but we don't need to dress it up as we might for other foundations. And that the CRI and the scientists at the CRI always had the wisdom to see, yes, this is basic immunology, but there is importance in this research, and that's where we might make important groundbreaking discoveries, even if we don't necessarily see today where they're going. And that flavor of the CRI, which I think Jill had a very profound influence on, I'm hoping will continue, and that, by the way, we have 3 more applications for next year. Thank you very much.